Hi everyone, welcome to Korean Express YouTube channel. So here comes the fifth part of our video series in which we are learning about the most common Korean counters. In each video of this series, we are exploring different Korean counters, understanding their meanings, and learning how to use them with example sentences. So, if you have not watched the first four parts of the series yet, then you can go and watch them on Korean Express YouTube channel. I'll also share the link of the complete playlist in the description so that it becomes easier for you to have an access to those videos. Okay, now before we begin, I recommend you all to check out this video where I introduce the concept of Korean counters and explain how they work in Korean sentences because it is very important for you to understand what this concept of counters is in Korean language. Okay, so just go and watch this video. All right, now let's begin with this video that is the fifth part of a series. Now let's look at the first counter word. That is the counter for rooms. And it is 실. 실. 실 is used to count the number of rooms in a building. Very easy. And remember that this counter, it uses numbers from the Sino-Korean number system. Okay? Now, let's look at these example sentences to understand how to use this counter 실 in Korean sentences. The first example is there are 8 bedrooms in this hotel. 이 호텔에 침실이 8실 있어요. This hotel. 이 hotel. Bedroom is 침실. 8 in Sino-Korean number system is 8. Now you have to say 8 bedrooms. 침실이 8실. And something to be there at a place. We use the verb 있다 for that purpose, and in present tense it is 있어요 to indicate that there are 8 bedrooms in the hotel. We have to use the verb 있다. Okay? Now, if you remember the format for using counter in a sentence, then we all know that the noun that you are counting comes first, then comes the number, and then comes the counter word. Okay? So here we have to say 8 bedroom. 침실이 8실. Okay? This is how it works. All right. Now let's look at the next example. Our school has 18 classrooms. 우리 학교에 교실이 18실 있어요. Our school, 우리 학교. Classroom, 교실. 18, 18. Now you have to say that there are 18 classrooms in our school. For that, we have to use the verb 있다 to indicate this fact. In present tense, it becomes 있어요. And again, with the help of the counter 실, you can say 18 classrooms. 교실이 18실. Now let's move to the next counter. That is the counter for ships or boats. This 쳐. 쳐. Now 쳐 is used to count ships and boats. Very simple. And this counter, it uses pure Korean numbers. Okay? Let's see these examples to understand its usage in sentences. I saw 3 big ships. 저는 큰 배에 처음 봤어요. I is 저는, ship is 배, big ship, 큰 배. We have used the adjective over here, 크다, to indicate that the ship is big in size. 3 in pure Korean number is 세. And to see is 보다, past tense 봤어요. So if you have to say 3 big ships, 큰 배에 쳐. Okay, very simple. You know the counter word, you know how to use that counter in sentences, the format and everything. It will be very easy for you to frame the sentence. My brother has 2 boats. 저희 오빠는 배도 저기 있어요. 저희 오빠, my brother. Here, I have used oppa. It means that the person who is speaking this sentence is a woman and she's referring to her elder brother. Oppa. Okay? Boat, pair, two, two. Two boats. Pedu chop. Now let's look at the next counter word, and that is the counter for kinds or types of things. And that is kaji. Now, kaji is used to count kinds or sorts or types of things. Now, I know this definition could be a bit confusing. So let's jump on to the examples to understand how to use this counter. Now, suppose you have to say, I sell 4 kinds of bread. Now, here, the person or the subject in the sentence, he or she is saying that they sell 4 different types of bread or 4 kinds of bread, 4 varieties of bread. So, to indicate that kind, you use the counter word kaji. So, in Korean, this is going to be 저는 빵에 가지 팔아요. Here, I is 저는, bread is 빵. To sell, 팔다, present tense 팔아요. 4 is 네. Now 4 kinds of bread. 빵 네 가지. 네 가지 is 4 kind. Okay, so this is the usage of this counter kaji in sentences. Next is my mom likes 3 types of cakes. Now here you have to indicate 3 types. Okay, again you're going to use the counter kaji for that purpose. 저희 엄마는 케이크 3가지 좋아해요. My mom, 저희 엄마. Cake in Korean is cake. 3 is 세. To like, 좋아하다, present tense 좋아요. Now 3 types, 3가지. 3 types of cake, 케이크 3가지. Okay, so this is a very important counter. As you can see, there are many times when we have to speak sentences which include these variety words like kinds, type, or varieties or sorts. Okay, so it is very important to know this counter, right? Now let's look at the next counter word, and that is the counter for number of times. It is 번. 번 is used to count the number of times something happens. Okay, it could be an action or an event or any occurrence. So the number of time an action has occurred, that is indicated with the help of this counter pon. Let's look at the examples. I watched this movie 5 times. Here we have to indicate the number of times I have watched a particular movie. So in Korean it is 저는 이 영화 5번 봤어요. I is 저는, this movie, 이 영화. 5, 다섯. To watch, 보다, past tense, 봤어요. 5 times, 5번. Okay, so this is how it works. This counter is very important when you have to indicate the number of times something has happened or is happening. Alright, so movie 5 times, 영화 5번. Next example is we met 6 times last week. 우리는 지난주에 6번 만났어요. 우리 last week 지난주. 6 여섯 to meet 만나다 past tense 만났어요. 6 times 6번. Okay, very simple. Just remember the counter word, remember the format for using it in sentences, and you'll be able to frame the complete sentence once you know the remaining grammar. All right? Okay, now comes the 5th counter word, and that is the counter for months. Here, particularly the duration of months. For that, there are 2 ways, or there are 2 counters, I should say. One is 달, and the second one is 개월. So 달 or 개월, they are used to count months or the duration, the time period in months. Okay. Now the difference is that Thal uses native Korean numbers, whereas Kwar, it uses Sino-Korean numbers. That is the only difference between them. And you have to remember this difference because it is very important, right? So let's look at the example sentences to understand its usage. I studied English for 6 months. 저는 6개월 동안 영어를 공부했어요. I is 저는 English, 영어. To study, 공부하다, past tense, 공부했어요. Now you have to say 6 months, 6개월. Now for a duration of 6 months, 6개월 동안. 동안 is used to indicate a time period or a duration. Okay? So here, if you have to say that you did something for a duration of 6 months, you use this phrase 6개월 동안. Okay? Next, we have I lived in Korea for 3 months. 저는 3달 동안 한국에 살았어요. I is 저는, Korea, 한국. To live, 살다, past tense 살았어요. 3 months, 3달 동안. Okay, for a duration of 3 months. All right, now focus on the difference. In the first example, we have used keyword and therefore we have used the Sino-Korean number 요. And in the second example sentence, we have used thal to indicate the counter for month, and with that we have used the native Korean number for 3, set. Okay, this is the difference. The format is same, the meaning is same, just the counter word differs along with the number system. Keyword, Sino-Korean number system, third, native Korean number system. Okay, all right, so in this video we learned 5 very important Korean counters and how to use them in sentences. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe Korean Express YouTube channel. Thank you.